Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about do we or do we not need eyeshadow primers. There's also face primers, but I generally don't use face primers, although I am planning to start using them and then doing a video on them. But eyeshadow primer definitely is a must as per me, and I'm going to demo of what the same eyeshadow looks without the primer and then with the primer. Today I'm going to be using the Mini Breaker Palette by Jeffree Star. As per my previous videos, which I will link down below, Jeffree Star Cosmetics eyeshadow does work on my brown skin. Of course, when I tried it, it was with an eyeshadow primer. So today I'm going to put it to test and see if it gives the same results with and without the primer. So I'm going to be doing one side with primer, one side without primer. The primer that I'm going to be using is the Mac Painterly Paintpot, which is a very good sticky primer that I've used in the past. It is a little light for my skin tone, but it generally works very good as an eyeshadow base. So I'm going to just gently put this all over my lid. And then take it up below the brow line. Yes, it is time for me to get my eyebrows threaded, and I am lined up to go for that. So just making sure it's blended really well. My right eye, which is left to you, has the eyeshadow primer base, which is the Mac Painterly Paintpot, and you can see how it just evens out this entire area. And on this eye, nothing. So get into this. My Siri came on my Apple Watch. Don't need it, not today. I am going to be just packing on, I'm not going for a whole detailed look, but just testing out a couple of colors. The colors on this palette are just so yummy. I am going to go in for the purpley shades today. So there's a matte, and I think this is matte, and then there's these two, which are a little shimmery. So for a base color, I'm going to be going in with this lighter color, and ooh, look at the pigment on this, man. This is just amazing. So I'm going to go in on the primer side and just kind of take this all over my lid. It's not as pigmented as it looked on the brush, so I am going to go in. Okay, now the color is showing. And I'm taking it all the way up through the crease and it under the brow bone. And then I'm going to take this darker, right there, this darker shade. I'm a little scared about reading the shade names on Jeffree Star Cosmetic palettes because they can be any kind of names. But this one is Purple Punch. And I'm just going to take that again onto this packing side of this brush and just kind of lay it on the outer corner. Dipping in one more time to give it a little more color and trying to create a crease with that color itself. Next, I'm going to go in with this shimmery color. The name is Bite Me. And I'm going to be using the blending side of this brush. Coat it and take it on the inner side of my lid. And then ending up just kind of blending through it. blending brush and just blend that shade all over. It is kind of patchy, I feel, a little bit right there. So I'm just going to work okay. I think that's pretty much close to what I was trying to attempt, or attempting to try anyways. So you see how I used 3 shades of the Jeffree Star palette. The one that says play, the other one was the Purple Punch, and then Bite Me. There is also the shade named Oral, which is more pigmented, and I'm kind of intrigued to try that just in the center of the lid. Sometimes with more of these shimmery shades, I do feel that finger kind of works better. And this kind of gives like that holographic effect, which is really cute. I am going to spread that across, blend it a little bit, and this is kind of what that looks like. So I'm going to attempt to repeat the same steps, if I remember them, on the eye, which does not have a primer on it. Here are my shades. Let me quickly wipe down the brushes. Okay, kind of sort of clean. And again, I'm going to go in with this Foreplay shade, coating my brush a couple of times, and going to go in for the entire lid. So it is coating this very neatly. I think I'm liking this even better than the primer side. So I'm going to title this video as Primer, Needed or Not. I'm going to go into this Purple Punch now. On the outer side. If you remember, on my Mac Painterly Paintpot, or the primer side, I did have to use the first shade a couple of times because it wasn't showing up very well. But on this side, I just really had to use it once. And the same with this Purple Punch. Creating a crease with it. I think I need a little bit more of this Purple Punch to really darken that side up, which is also a very good thing about these shadows, because you can build them as much as you want and they're all blending very well with each other. Okay, time to go to Bite Me, which I'm going to start from the inner side and then take it all the way. So the matte shades worked good on the non-primer side, but the glimmer, or the glittery side, looks a little unhappy. So let me go in a little bit deeper into that Bite Me shade and just pack it in here. I'm starting to see a pattern, but it is kind of giving that shade a really, really good coverage. It is kind of looking a little different though. I know it is a darker shade and I'm putting it on the inside part of my lid. Hey, maybe this is the anti-smoky eye kind of look. I don't know. Okay, next I'm going to go into this Oral, and I'm just going to go in with my finger, kind of set it all over my eye. Okay, both my eyes kind of sort of look evened out. and kind of sort of look not evened out. Anyway, I'm kind of digging this darker shade on the inside part of my lid part. You tell me, sound off below in the comments and tell me how you like it. And oh, gotta blend it a little bit, don't we? Actually, honestly, I really don't feel like it needs much of a blending. But on closer review, this is the Painterly Paintpot side, and this is the non-primed side. The reason I wanted to do this was because I get asked this question many times: do we need an eyeshadow primer base or not? This Mac Painterly Paintpot is a very good eyeshadow primer base. It does increase your staying power, so if that's what you're looking for, this using a base for your eyeshadow is a good option. If you're just using it for like a couple of hours or something, I say you can go without it. But I would like to say that this is a shout out to this palette and the quality of these shadows, because these look amazing on my brown skin tone. I'm kind of digging this color. So let me just finish off my look here and be right back. A huge shout out to the Mini Breaker Palette and also the Jawbreaker, as you can see in my other videos. If you would like to, I will link them down below for you to watch it. The eyeshadows are such good quality and so pigmented that it really didn't show a huge difference between the one with the eyeshadow primer base and then the one without. I do kind of dig this look. Please do let me know how you feel about it, and catch you later in my next video. Bye.